Hi, welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, I read tarot intuitively, and today we have another timeless pick a card reading on how is your absence affecting your person. So we have three piles to choose from. Pile number one, we have Murder of Crows Tarot. Pile number two, we have the Edmund Dulac Tarot. And pile number three, we have the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And I'll see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number one. If you chose the Murder of Crows Tarot, this is your reading on how is your absence making your person feel? How is your absence affecting your person? Okay, pile number one, we have Three of Wands, King of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Knight of Swords, the Sun, Judgment, Eight of Cups, and Two of Pentacles. So I would say your person is definitely waiting for you to contact them. I feel that there really has been no communication at both your ends, and I don't think things have ended very nicely between you guys. You know, there is this sense of abandonment and betrayal that I think both of y'all are feeling currently, and to that I would say is it sort of had to play out this way. Like I'm not seeing this person like have narcissistic tendencies, but I think they just had a lot going on in their life, because they're showing up here as King of Wands, and I think what they were trying to do is come off as being a player, and that was sort of their defense mechanism. I'm not like excusing any of that, but I don't think this person expected things to end the way they did, you know, and I definitely feel that this is temporary. This is sort of temporary ending between you guys. You know, it's sort of like a cycle coming to an end over here. But I'm definitely seeing some sort of union between you guys. I think you have to I think what you have to do is you have to completely give up this person. You know, like I think you just have to focus on moving forward, whether this person comes back or not. You know, like I think what you need to do is you still have this sort of grasping. You know, you're really trying to grasp at this person, and I think you may be thinking about this person obsessively, or you know, you may be getting dreams of this person. So I want you to know that you have to sort of let go of all that attachment and charge that you have towards this person, because when it sort of stops becoming love, and when it ends up being some sort of codependent attachment that you think you have with a person, that really creates a lot of problems, you know. And I think there was no equal give and take in this relationship. I think you were giving more than your person, and we may say that we give things out of love, you know, and you don't mind being the giver, but you know, you would be more drained than you already are if this person kept taking from you, you know. And I think this was sort of convenient for them to be with you, and I think when it became inconvenient, and when it became really a choice to sort of be with you or to go back to their old life, they chose their old life because, you know, it's the most comfortable thing, you know. But I think this person and you, I think both of y'all were really meant to teach each other this lesson of you know, hyper independence, you know. Just also not just hyper independence, you need to go a little deeper. I think it's more about realizing that you are truly complete within yourself, you know. And I think a lot of your own trauma must have come up, you know, and this person must have really triggered you. And I don't even think you've had like a lot of people to talk to about this. I think this is something you're also keeping to yourself. You know, you had to sort of put on a brave face and just keep moving forward. And I think that's what you need to do also, you know. But I think this person is going to take his or her own sweet time to come back towards you. I think this person has a lot going on right now. They may have chosen another relationship over yours because, again, it might have felt more convenient to them at that given moment, and they thought that they could be happy. And I think they were also trying to minimize how how important this relationship truly is. And I think what you need to realize is your absence is actually doing its job, like this person is truly recognizing your value. And I think you are also realizing that you need to have like higher self-esteem, which is great because then you can work on it, right? And I think that you sort of learned the lesson over here. And I see you charging forward towards your own happiness and towards feeling fulfilled by yourself. This is a divine connection, yes, but I think what you have to do is you have to continue following your own calling, because a lot of y'all have your own calling in this pile. It's a general reading, so all of y'all might have different callings, but a lot of y'all may even have spiritual callings in this pile. So I just really want you to take charge and just keep going forward over here, and know that if your person truly wants to choose themselves first over, it's not even so much about choosing you, but it's about them choosing themselves. If that happens, then they will sort of meet you halfway where you already are, because you cannot stop your growth. I think you are at the precipice of something very, very huge over here. I think you're coming into a time of great happiness. And again, we will go a little deeper. It's not just happiness over here. It's a state of enlightenment that you have truly achieved over here with the Sun card. You have truly gone through, what we call the dark night of your soul, and the purpose that the dark night of the soul really serves is the fact that you sort of have to really be broken down. You really have to sort of be completely reduced to your base elements, to your fundamentals, and then you sort of come together and you sort of pour yourself back up, like the Temperance card. And that's the cycle of the tarot over here. You pour yourself back up together at the Temperance card, and here we have, fast forwarding to the Sun and the Judgment card. It's sort of you coming out of that dark night of the soul. The sun has risen again, and I love the Sun card. Here we have this big crow taking this young man far away from the darkness towards light. And that is exactly what is again being carried forward in your Judgment card over here. You definitely have a divine calling. You know exactly what you need to do, and I think you're charging forward with that. And I don't think your divine calling is just about you, and I think this is something you're realizing. You're also learning to keep your ego aside so you can serve the greater purpose over here. So you're doing the right thing. You're definitely going in the right direction for yourself, and don't worry about your person. I think they themselves have to go through a lot of spiritual awakenings to catch up with you. I think they need at least 2 real spiritual awakenings to be even near you, and you're not going to be put together with someone where the energy is really a mismatch. You're going to be put together with someone where you're on a very similar wavelength, So I think keep doing what you're doing because you're really killing it, and I think you will also have more work opportunities. I think, like I said, you're truly at the precipice over here of something really big, and you will realize the impact that you're truly having much later on. You're definitely creating a very beautiful ripple effect over here. And I think what you need to truly hear is you did everything that you possibly could in this relationship to make things work, but this sort of divine intervention was necessary because this person had to sort of get out of their own funk and not treat you the way they were treating, because it just couldn't keep going on the way it was going on. And I think you were settling for crumbs, and you were also being gaslit. And these are the sort of shadowy parts of your person, and they were definitely acting out of their shadow over here. But just know that they will come towards you with an apology. They definitely will. I don't want you to message them. I don't want you to call them. I don't want you to like even stalk them. I think you have to just energetically let them go. And that is sort of the trick over here, trust me. If you're truly able to let go of them energetically and truly sort of pour that love into yourself, it's going to be so much easier for you to move forward. If I tell you to think about a green donkey, you will probably think about a green donkey, right? So you cannot think about a green donkey. So what you have to do is you have to redirect your thoughts towards things that you like to do, and if you don't know what you like to do at this point, it's okay. Take your time, figure out what is it that you truly want, what is it that you truly like to do, what is it that you don't mind repeating every day that will also give you joy, You know, I think these are the questions you truly need to ask yourself, because you truly haven't been there for yourself the way you have been there for other people, you know. And I think your absence, it's sort of like a late realization, you know. It's sort of like you're not even there, and these are like people's late night thoughts about you when they're like finally, you know, to themselves. So I think it's very important for you to take charge and really just take all your power and confidence back, you know. These people have disrespected you because you sort of gave them the permission and the power, you know. You lended out your power to someone in the hopes that you wouldn't be betrayed, but it happened, you know. And again, take your time, grieve it out, but just know that you're very, very close to your happiness, you know. And your light is going to reach a lot of people, you know. You're going to shine very, very brightly over here, you know. So I think what you need to do is you need to truly let go of the trauma, and by that what I mean is really not repress, you know. Go through the cycles, you know, of your grief, because that will truly set you free. The more you repress, the more difficult you will make this for yourself, you know. And I think the worst is truly over for you, you know. We don't have the Tower card, we don't have the Devil card over here, you know. We have Eight of Cups, we have Sun, and we have the Judgment, you know. It is you walking towards leaving all these horrible things behind, you know, and really moving towards a future, a future that you're truly happy with. You know, and all of a sudden I can't talk, so I feel your person is not very expressive. I think your person can really talk, but they become very unexpressive when it comes to talking about their feelings. And it's sort of like an ego thing for themselves too, you know. So I think they also need to get over their ego and not like sort of let other people also run them over, you know, because I'm sensing that they do have a lot of people around them who are sort of against this, you know. And I think they're just sort of spotting the snakes right now, you know. So just sort of keep doing you right now, you know, because it is not your place to help this person. You cannot save this person right now. This person has to firstly choose themselves and then save themselves, you know. And only then can they truly choose you for you know. So just know that it's going to be very important for you to work on your attachments, is what I'm trying to say over here. I think you will realize your true potential and your true strength the more you're able to walk away from this, knowing that, you know, even if this was your soulmate twin flame, you know, you cannot, you sort of have to understand that these sort of higher level connections are there, not just so you can have like a picket fence and all that. Yeah, like yes, that is also possible, but you know, it's more about the spiritual lessons the person is here to teach you, and it's sort of like accelerating your ability to get liberation, you know. And you sort of have to dispel all the suffering, you know, especially when there is more than what you asked for, you know. And that is sort of the purpose of these high level relationships, you know. At least that's what I have understood, you know. It's not so much about feeling good, but it's more about feeling good in the long run, if that makes sense, you know. It's not, so I think what you need to also focus on is really enjoying being in a state of delayed gratification, you know, like just really enjoying doing your bit and then just leaving things, you know, like truly surrendering at your end. I think that is very, very important over here. I shuffle some oracle. Okay, these two cards jumped out. I know you're the one for me, and I'm secretly obsessed with you. So yes, this person is definitely stalking you. This person definitely has their eye on you. You know, if you have like a social media presence, they're definitely stalking, even if they don't like a picture or anything. You know, because what I'm seeing is you have definitely cut out this person. You know, so good job at your end, I would say. And just the way you have risen above everything else in your life to be at the place you are in right now, your person also has to do the same. And they can only do this if they choose themselves over everyone else, you know. And this obsession card, the way I'm reading it is, yes, they're very, very obsessed with you, and they're obviously very, very physically attracted to you, all that very like 3D level stuff, but they sort of have to become their own person, you know, and not put you on a pedestal the way they are, because I do think this person puts you on a pedestal, and I don't think relationships really work out if you really put your partner on a pedestal all the time. You know, I think, you know, you have to realize that not your partner is definitely not perfect, you know, and you know, everyone is like a fallible being, you know, and the more you sort of base your relationship on honesty and foundations like that, and not so much on expecting the best out of people and things like that, you know, just having a very sort of like a real approach to your relationships, just the way you would have to your business, right? You wouldn't like do business in like a whimsical sense, you know. So what this person truly has to do is they really have to arise, you know, and realize that they are equals to you, and they sort of have to step it up basically, you know. So just know that you did everything that you probably could to save this relationship, you know, and I think your person does realize your worth. I do think they realized what they lost, but in order for them to redeem themselves, they first had to choose themselves, if that makes sense, you know. And the tricky thing about these very high level relationships is, I mean, these high level soulmate twin flame relationships is, just because you put in the work and just because you decided to ascend doesn't mean your partner will. You know, a lot of people just go back to their very 3D lives after a spiritual awakening. You know, very few people truly follow this path because it's not for the faint of the heart, you know. And I think you realize this. So I think what you need to do is you need to just sacrifice all your expectations, you know, and just let go of all this emotional load that you're holding on to, because you are holding on to a lot of this, you know. And I think your person is still operating out of their ego. So, you know, I don't think you should even have the time to deal with them if they're really acting out of their ego. So I think you walking away from them will give them the energy to walk away from everything that is not like serving them, if that made sense, you know. And that's the trick over here, you know. The more you let go of your attachment and you truly let go of the charge that you're truly like holding on to yourself, you know, if you're able to like eliminate your own ego and sort of go through the process of self-destruction over here, you know, and be born anew, like the sun card and the judgment card, you know, you will ascend more than you already have. And I think that is also the purpose of this relationship, why you have been with this person, you know. Any other messages? Yeah, so that's all I have for pile number ones. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot, it helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number two. If you chose the Edmund Dulac Tarot, this is your reading on how is your absence affecting your person. Okay, pile number two, we have the Star, we have Two of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Three of Swords, Six of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the Hermit, and Two of Swords. So for a lot of y'all, I'm picking up this could have been like a work romance, or this could be someone you met through like an online thing, or for others, I'm getting it was sort of like an arrangement, like you were arranged to meet each other and things didn't work out, or you know, this is someone you were probably working with, you know. And I'm sensing that there were like people around y'all, like y'all weren't alone in this, you know. And I feel what has happened here is your person chose someone else, you know. Your person definitely had options, and your person chose the safer option that they felt was the right thing to do, apparently the right thing, right? And I think that they're definitely like regretting their decisions. I think they're definitely regretting their decisions. And you know, we have a lot of distractions, and you know, things were just falling around. So I feel I feel the 3D world was really stacked against you all being together. You could have had like a significant age difference, or could have been a same-sex relationship or something like that, you know. Or you could have been from like two different races or something like that, and it just wouldn't look nice, your person being with you, so your person sort of, I think your person to a great extent cares about what other people think of them, which I don't think you do a lot, and I think your person really succumbed to just, conformity, so, and I think that left you really heartbroken. I think you felt that this person really understood you, and due to your own abandonment issues, which this person totally like triggered for you, it really brought out all this pain within you that was already pre-existing, you know, and but I just want you to understand that you as a person, I'm not talking about this person, I'm talking about you, you as a person, you are the kind of people that when they go through something bad, they just come out being better than ever. You just become like a better version of yourself when you go through like a dark night of the soul. And I feel that has what has happened with you. I feel you felt as if you were cast out, and you somewhere felt as if your person really understood you, but your person didn't understand you, and it really felt like a sword to your heart. It felt like three swords to your heart. And I want you to know that it's important for you to go through this grief. It's very, very important. And just know that what you're going through is a very transient, it's a very transient phase, but yet it's a very important phase, because you're gonna come out so much stronger on top of all this, like you're showing up here as the Queen of Pentacles, and we have nine of Pentacles behind the deck, so you're really on top of your game right now, I would say, and I think you have become less emotional. At least you don't express your heartbreak the way you did probably when you were younger. And what that has done is, again, you're just getting in your power, I feel you've really learned your lesson over here. And I think right now you are in hermit mode, and I think your person is also in hermit mode, or I feel they will be getting into hermit mode soon, and I think what you want to hear is your person does recognize that you are their soulmate twin flame, and I don't feel, for a lot of y'all, your person may understand something like twin flame, so they definitely think of you as their soulmate. They definitely feel this familiarity that they don't feel with anyone. And I don't think you've been with your person for like a very long time either. It's not like you've really gotten to know each other outside like your workspace or something like that, but and I do feel you have like a very telepathic connection to this person. But I think cutting out was the right thing to do. Cutting them out was definitely the right thing to do at your end, because I think you're very smart. I think you were just understanding when they were sort of draining you, and we have the star card, the reading starts with the star card. So I really want you to know that you will heal. There is a lot of healing for you here as well, and I think right now your person has to choose themselves. It's sort of like a similar reading to pile one, but not really. So you may have some messages for you in pile one, but your person really has to stand up for themselves, really learn to love themselves, and even give themselves the tough love, which I don't think they're giving. I think they're right now in the zone of just feeling good. I think your person is really just focusing on work, focusing on whatever they have going on, trying to sort of keep the peace, and pretend as if everything is okay when it's clearly not, so they're very much in denial right now. So I would say you're much further ahead on the grief sort of spectrum, but your person definitely has it coming. Your person, I don't think they've realized right now what they have lost. I'm just being very honest. But this realization will dawn on them when things really start falling apart for them. And I'm not saying you should wish that for themselves. I'm not saying that you should wish that for them, but by that what I mean to say is your person met you because they were just not happy with how things were, even if everything looked good on paper, if everything looked good on social media, things like that, your person still feels very empty inside, and your person is definitely given a choice right now whether they really want to be real and be a real person, or just, keep doing what they have always done and just sort of conform to the life that they're not even happy living, that is basically suffocating them, and when the suffocation gets really unbearable, which it will at some point, I think I think that's when they will really realize what they have lost. So you have really gone through your pain. You're showing up here as the Queen of Swords. This is not your first heartbreak. This is not your first time at the rodeo, but you definitely felt as if this person really took something significant out of you. So I just want you to know that you haven't lost any part of yourself, and you're showing up here as the Queen of Pentacles. So you could be my Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or you could have any of those permanent placements, And we also have Cancer, Two of Cups. We also have Two of Swords, which is Libra, I think. You could have any of these prominent placements, and we also have Aquarius, you know. So you have to keep focusing on yourself right now. You have to understand that you just can't keep waiting for your person, and my advice to you honestly would be to do go out on dates, to meet new people, so like don't be so hung up, like go through your grief, but understand that you truly don't even need your person, you know do I feel this person is going to come back, contact you? I do feel that strongly, but I don't think it's going to happen like as soon as you want it. I think your person will only contact you once you're really over them, when you're finally sort of letting go, and your person can just even feel that, because I do feel this is a very telepathic connection. So when your person can't like access you in the spiritual, in the astral, that's when your person will probably come back, so I would say keep focusing on yourself, start giving yourself the love that you have given your person, and just see how things change for you. I feel a lot of y'all may be changing jobs, or just you might be getting a promotion at your job, or you may be expanding and doing like multiple businesses or something, but money is going to be looking very, very good for you. You're going to come out on top of all this, even if you have been at the bottom of the wheel. You're definitely rising to the top, and I do think a lot of people find you very, very attractive. You're not someone who even indulges in that very much, or you could be the extreme where you do indulge in that. So it's going to be different since it's a general reading, but just know that you do have a lot of people do have their eyes on you, and they do want to approach you, but they also see you in this very cold sort of energy, like don't approach me kind of vibe. So that's why I feel a lot of people don't even approach you. So I guess it's really up to you who you want to come off as approachable and who you don't want to come off as approachable, because I don't think coming off as unapproachable is necessarily a bad thing. You're just trying to protect your peace, right? I get that. So I think you can be discerning at this point. Queen of Swords, she's very perceptive. She's very clairaudient, and she's very like clairvoyant. So your psychic gifts are going to be very, very heightened, whether you're spiritual or not. You'll be able to really see who is for you, who has the right intentions, and who doesn't. So just be very firm about that. And the lesson for you also here is to learn that it's better to be alone than to be with the wrong people. And even if you're with the right person, doesn't necessarily mean that they are the same wavelength, because you are a little more spiritually advanced than your person. So and when you are at like a different level than someone else, there's only so much you can maybe help them get to where you are. Otherwise, what they do is they start pulling you down, because when you have a beautiful light like you do, that gets very triggering to a lot of people, and not everyone has the honesty to be themselves. A lot of people just go about living a lie, and I see that you haven't. And I totally see a person realizing that they're also living a lie, and they just have to be like fed up. I think right now, like I said, they're trying to do damage control, they're trying to pretend as if nothing happened, they're trying to bury themselves in their work, so they're very close to a tower moment is what I'm getting for them. So just know that they will probably come back, but they won't come back as soon as you think. Until then, what you have to do is you just have to keep pouring into yourself. You have to really show yourself the love that you have been showing this person. And also just taking back your power and realizing that, you sort of allowed this person to run amok. It is your power. You gave it to them. So I think this is something you really have to realize, you know. And I think this itself will empower you a lot. Shuffle some oracle. We have 5 cards. The first one reads, "You deserve better than anything I can offer." So, like I said, you may have certain messages in pile number 1, because what I'm getting here is what also I got for pile number 1 is your person really puts you on a pedestal, and they just feel as if you're just this unachievable thing that they can only dream of having in the future, not right now. So there is a lot of this putting you on a pedestal, putting themselves down. So they have to get over their own inner saboteur, so to speak, and we have nothing else matters but you. So I don't think this person has ever really expressed how they truly feel about you. I feel this person has been very cold. At times they may have even played you, but this person does really have feelings for you, and it's going to take them quite some time to put their ego, like destroy their ego, not even put their ego aside, like really destroy it, to come forward, apologize, and just talk to you and tell you everything that they have been wanting to tell you, because it's not like this person doesn't want to tell you these things. I think they have a very checkered past, just like you. I feel your person has really gone through their own fair share of horrible relationships, so they're just like, whoa. And I don't think your person was expecting to feel as intense as they did in the connection that you had. So it really took them off guard, I would say. And I've told my family about you, so they've definitely spoken about you to their near and dear ones, and I always knew you were my other half. So again, I don't think this person has admitted to anything. I think your person is just playing it coy, or just finding ways to perhaps make you confess and still have a poker face themselves. I think they're very scared of rejection too. Like I said, they put you on a pedestal, so they feel that you would definitely reject them, especially after everything that has gone down. And you also have "don't be so insecure." So I think you're really mirroring your person over here. This person has really triggered you into realizing that perhaps your self-esteem is not where you want it to be, and your self-esteem is very important, because only when we feel we are worthy of something we truly get it. So you have to sort of realize that you really have to work on yourself, and be grateful that this experience has really shown you parts of yourself that truly need healing. And it's a cyclical thing. Healing never ends. And I think the more you heal, your person will also heal. The more you're able to let go of them and everything that has transpired, and really focus on all the other great things in your life, because I do think you have a lot going on for yourself right now. I think you are also in the spotlight in some way. So just keep doing you right now, and just know your person will catch up. And I think your person realizes that the hurt that they have caused you, even if right now they're not very conscious of it. I think eventually what's going to happen one day, it's just, it's like a dam, and the dam walls are just going to break, and all these things will just flood out of their unconscious, and I do think it's going to take some time, because certain things have to happen for them, where they really sort of realize that they have chosen wrong, and what you have to do is you can't keep waiting for them. You had to keep moving forward. So I would not tell you to like wait upon this person, because the thing with all these relationships is, especially these high level soulmate twin flame connections, is they are there to accelerate your process of liberation. It's there so you can get samadhi, nirvana in this very lifetime, and that means really going through a lot of suffering, so you sort of also have to understand at a deeper level why things happen the way they did, but not make it so much of a mental thing, but make it more of an emotional thing for yourself, because that itself will set you free, so you are definitely encouraged to do some shadow work for yourself. I think that will really, really benefit you. I have 2 shadow work readings on the channel in my timeless spirit card playlist, so you may definitely want to check that out, but really take a good look at yourself and see what parts need healing, what parts need to be let go of, and what new things you need to cultivate. And the more you're able to let go of things and the more you're able to go inwards, you will also give your person the strength that they need to stand up for themselves. And they cannot choose you till they choose themselves. Please understand this. I do think your person has a bit of like a groupie vibe. I do think they're like a groupie because they do care to a great extent about what people think about them and things like that. They do have this sort of hive mindset. I think they really like structure, and you're sort of like a wild card. You're sort of like the fire. And your purpose to be with them was for them to realize, to really stand up and be themselves, and basically to set themselves free from all these bondages that they have built for themselves, all these palaces of ego that they have constructed for themselves. And I feel the lesson that this person had to teach you is that you're truly complete within yourself. You truly don't need anyone, and you're good on your own. Like it's nice to have the person, but you're not codependent to them in any sort of way. Especially once you es- especially when it comes to creating something for yourself, because you definitely have an empire of your own, just like your person. You don't have the time to waste. You have things to attend to, you have emails to attend to, you have people, clients to attend to. You just don't have the time to just sit and think about heartbreak. And I think your person understands this. So focus on working on yourself, focus on healing yourself, and know that your person will most likely catch up with you. you know yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, so that's all I have for pile number 2s. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow, and if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, this is your reading on how is your absence affecting your person. Okay, pile number 3, we have 8 of Swords, Death, Hangman, 9 of Swords, Ace of Wands, Justice, Moon, Magician, King of Swords. Very intense. I would say this is kind of the most intense of the 3 piles I've done. And we have the Hangman and the Death card, and that is a progression from card number 12 to 13, but it's sort of regressed. We have 13 first, and then we have card number 12. So what I'm getting is your person is definitely very stuck in their own ways. Your person is very stuck in their own ways. They don't want to admit defeat. They don't want to admit that they have done any wrong. They're very much acting out of their ego. They're very much in this ego-based zone. They're being defensive. They're doing things like entertaining multiple options, or just going out every night, trying to feel good, trying to pretend as if everything is okay when things are clearly not okay. Your person has really taken your breakup in a not so good way, but I think they're pretending that everything is fine. They may even be like consciously avoiding you. I feel they may be even consciously avoiding you, but I want you to know that this person is going to take a very, very long time to come to any sort of consensus, because even though they're losing sleep over you, they're losing sleep over the fact that they've probably lost having a chance with you, or somehow I think they also feel that the relationship has been very polluted in some way, and it's just going to take a lot of work. It's just going to take a lot of work for them to put in order to make this work, and which I do think it will, and I don't think they're in the zone right now to put in the work, and the first thing your person really has to do is dissolve their ego. And, we have a lot of distractions. So, I do feel a person has a lot of distractions that is just keeping them wasting time or whatever. They're just sort of indulging in things that know that is going to make them feel empty eventually, but it's sort of giving them like instant gratification. So your person may be drinking or something like that, but your person has to let go of their ego. Your person really has to let go of their ego, because I think being with you, your person felt that they really had to step up and really be their own person in order to be with someone like you, because you're not someone who conforms. You're very good on your own. You stand strong by yourself. And your person does care a lot about what people think, what people feel, how people perceive them. Like they could have like a lot of friends, something like that. They really derive a sense of self from others, and I don't think you're necessarily like that. But your person really cares about what other people think and feel. So somehow being with you wouldn't have looked good or something. So your person just chose a more convenient option, and I or they may just be entertaining multiple options or whatever, because they are in this non-serious energy is what I'm getting. But they're definitely losing your person is definitely losing sleep, and I think you are too. And I think your person is extra cynical. I think your person just likes to assume the worst, especially when it comes to people, in a way to protect their heart. And even though they have a lot of this physical attraction towards you, and I think even you may be feeling this random physical attraction in the day, and it's just unexplainable. And I do feel it is your person, like, maybe thinking about you. Like you may be empathetic, or you may have some psychic gifts yourself. So you can definitely feel your person tugging at your energy, and honestly even draining you to a great extent. Your person definitely drains you is what I'm getting. Even if they do it unintentionally, they're sort of doing that. And nothing can be really expected, since they give up their ego over here. And I do feel this person is going to take a while. This person is going to take a while to give up their ego, and I don't think you should be stuck up on this person. I think you have to move on. I think you're showing up here as justice and the magician. So even if this was your twin flame soulmate, I want you to know that it'll be replaced by some other twin flame soulmate of yours. We don't just have one twin flame soulmate in this life. you know so don't worry about you will not find someone better, or this was the best thing for yourself or whatever. It even if it was, even if you're with the most suitable person, but if they can't act right, if they can't do what needs to be done, if they're not going to put in the work that it takes to be with you, then you don't deserve even them, right? You deserve someone who's actually going to put in the work and is going to take the necessary actions to be with you. So your person is going to go through a lot of tests. Your person is definitely being tested right now, and I do feel your person has a lot of people around them who don't exactly have the best interest for your person. So your person sort of has to clear way and make space and remove all these people from their life in order to maybe bring you in. And I do think this is going to take a while. I do think this is going to take a while. So I think what you need to understand here, the deeper spiritual reason of this relationship was, just because you have ascended, just because you are still ascending and you will be ascending, and just because you're ready to put in the work that it takes to be the best version of yourself and really embody your higher self, doesn't mean your twin flame or your soulmate will. They always have the choice. We have the lovers card behind the deck. There's always free will. Your person can always choose to go back and live their life the way they always have. Even if they're feeling empty. It feeds their ego over here. And we have a lot of swords card over here. So it's not like your person doesn't deeply think of you. They do, but they still maintain this very stoic. Your person may really present themselves to be very stoic, and I don't think your person has ever really led on to you how they truly feel about you. So I think yourself have felt very gaslit at times when they would perhaps meet you, speak to you, and then just ignore you for weeks. Things like that have occurred, I feel. And your person hasn't really owned up to their feelings. So it's going to take this person a lot to really come and talk to you. But I do feel some of them might even mind, but for a lot of you, I feel your person will not necessarily go through the transformation that is required in order to be with you. You have to understand that rejection is protection. And I know that's very difficult to believe when your heart is broken, but you have to realize things could have been worse. This person was draining you, and this person would have drained you more if you didn't have this sort of divine intervention, because I do feel that is what has happened over here. And I want you to know that you will get your justice regardless. You will get your justice regardless. You're going to get more attractive. You're going to get more magnetic. And I do feel you will have more options in the future as well, But you have to keep working on yourself. You have to keep loving yourself. You have to keep truly believing that you do deserve the best. And not even believing, just knowing that, and operating out of that. Because I do feel a lot of y'all are really hard workers. And I feel a lot of y'all may even be in the public eye, And a lot of y'all are also meant to affect a lot of other people in your own ascension process, So you have your own kingdom to rule over, You don't have the time to just keep waiting for someone, And just know that if your person is really meant to be with you in this lifetime, they will put in the work necessary and catch up with you. Because right now the discrepancy between both your energies is way too much. Your person is not doing the work right now that is necessary for them. I think your person is in a lot of victim mentality. I think they may even be blaming you for a lot of things. And I feel that is all like a misunderstanding. Like I said, you do have a lot of people in your environment that can, it's like everyone in the office, for example, can see that these two people like each other, but they'll never sort of admit that, and, that's the vibe I'm getting over here. And I don't think your person was expecting to feel the way they did. I thought that they could just maybe play this off as something like a fling or something, or like maybe like a office romance or whatever, like it's going to be different for all of y'all. But your person really wasn't expecting to feel this intense the way they did, and they really shut themselves out, and they just let their own inner saboteur get the best of them. But that is no excuse. You cannot keep waiting for this person to crucify their ego. It might take this person a long time to do that, to come to these conclusions themselves. You just cannot keep waiting for them. You have to realize that you're complete within yourself, and you don't need anyone, and you're definitely ascending, and whatever has been taken away from you, something better will replace it. Rejection is protection for you. Just truly know that you'll be grateful for the way things played out, because even if this person was with you right now, trust me, they would not really give you what you truly deserve, because they're not in their highest version the way you are. Your person is definitely in their shadow right now, and your person also feels that there is no real way, there may even be like physical distance. Your person feels that there is no way you will end up together over here, but they have to sort of get over themselves over here. Yeah. But keep doing you, keep focusing on yourself, just know that you are ascending. You're definitely ascending. You're not going crazy. You're just ascending, and your person will be tested to really see if they're truly deserving of this relationship, so you like I said, you can't keep waiting for this person, because I do think this person will take their own sweet time. And I feel I'm repeating myself, but I really feel like that is the message over here, so just know that you are truly complete within yourself. Again, I'm repeating myself, but that is really the message over here. I think this person came into your life to make you realize that, you know what, you are actually better off on your own. Shuffle some oracle. Anything I missed? So we have 4 cards. We have I hid who I really am from you, and sometimes I wish I never met you. Like I said, your person is acting out of shadow right now, so they're even blaming you. You sort of came in and you really destroyed their status quo, so to speak. You sort of really shook their glass palace. You really made them realize that they're truly empty inside, and your person does want your time and commitment. So if you're entertaining other people, which I totally think you should, I think you should definitely go out on dates. You know, they definitely want your time and commitment. And again, I feel this person is acting out of shadow right now. They sort of want to know if you're into them before they come and tell you that they are into you. And right now you're definitely in separation. Even though we're not together, I just can't see myself letting you go. So your person first has to be accountable if they really want to even come towards you. They really have to choose themselves, and it's going to be an uphill battle for your person to really choose themselves. I really hope that they choose themselves. I'm not getting like a sure answer over here to really tell you if they will come back. And for a lot of y'all, I would say even if they come back, I don't know if you should be taking this person back. You know, out of all the three piles, this was the pile I felt that, you know. So maybe if this is not resonating, maybe pick another pile. But I feel things are very much in the air right now. I don't think anything is set in stone because I don't think your person has really chosen themselves yet, and you can't keep waiting. You definitely can't keep waiting for them to make up their mind. Sometimes the indecision and the audacity is the closure, you know. So I know it's a tough lesson, but you're definitely here to learn this, and the more you realize that you're complete within yourself, the better you will be able to manifest whatever you want, even a good relationship. You're not going to find the love of your life when you're heartbroken and down. You're going to find the love of your life when you finally don't care about finding the love of your life, when you start feeling complete within yourself, when you don't feel as triggered by other things, other people, and you're really in your own flow, your own sort of tower, right? So the more you pour into yourself right now, the better chances you have of being with someone that is truly meant to be with you. And I feel a lot of y'all are also being called right now to step into your north node, and stepping into your north node is not easy. You really have to step outside your comfort zone for the necessary growth. So call your power back, realize you have so much power, realize that even your bad experiences was something you manifested. So just imagine all the good you can manifest. you know any other messages? Yeah, so that's all I have for pile number 3s. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And I'll see you guys in your next reading. Thank you.